One thing we do in this podcast is help you as a CrossFitter and as an athlete to perform at your best and be your strongest. And in this episode, we'll give you a super quick 2-minute strategy that you can take into action today in the gym to get stronger in the gym today. Tune in and take notes.
Welcome to the CrossFit Edwardsville Community Podcast, where we hear and learn from our coaches, CrossFitters, and Glen Ed community leaders. Now, here are your hosts, Dallas and Greg.
One of my jobs as a coach is to help you perform at your best in the gym and to do your absolute best as an athlete, because you know that hard work that you put in the gym translates out to the rest of your life. It helps you to look your best, feel your best, live your best life, express your best self, be your best self. And part of that is being stronger. One of the top things that brings people to the gym in the first place, including in CrossFit world, is a desire to be stronger. And for some people, stronger is a certain kind of physicality, like they look a certain way. They have a muscle definition, muscle tone, muscle size. For some people, stronger is I wake up in the morning and I can do everything I want to do from dawn till dusk easily. I can carry groceries, move furniture, play sports with my kids. For some people, stronger is I can lift bigger weights in the gym. And in the context of today's conversation, we'll talk about the specific lift bigger weights in the gym expression of strength. But make no mistake, the strategy that we discuss here today, which is derived from Harvard researcher Amy Cuddy, could be used in any of these arenas. So it can also be used to help you to be your absolute best outside of the gym. But again, for today, we're going to simplify it by discussing just the context in the gym. And in order to set the stage, I want to give a little bit of background here from brave.com, the Brave browser, specifically speaking about researcher Amy Cuddy. Her talk on power posing, titled "Your Body Language May Shape Who You Are," was delivered at the TED Global 2012 conference and has since become one of the most watched TED Talks with, according to Brave here, over 39 million views as of February 2017. Side note from me, Coach G, I checked this myself, and on YouTube, I see 26 million views, but whatever, it's a lot of views. In her talk, Cuddy detailed the effects of power posing, a technique where individuals adopt expansive, open postures to boost feelings of confidence and power. She argued these postures can influence not only how others perceive us, but how we perceive ourselves. Continuing on with a Forbes article, what is power posing? Here's the exact 2-paragraph quote from them. In case you missed the power pose craze, Cuddy's message was simple. She suggested that our body language governs how we think and feel about ourselves, and thus how we hold our bodies can have an impact on our minds. Again, right now I'm reading from Forbes.com. In other words, by commanding a powerful stance, we can actually make ourselves feel more powerful. The evidence of this came from a study that she completed while at Harvard University, where participants sat in either a high power pose, an expansive posture, or a low power pose, leaning inward with their legs crossed for 2 minutes. Cuddy found that those who sat in the high power pose felt more powerful and performed better in mock interviews than those who had not. Continuing on, I am still reading from the Forbes article. It's important to note that Cuddy's research had 2 major findings. The first was that people who sat in high power positions felt more powerful than their low power pose counterparts. The second, this is very, very important now, power posing actually changed their body chemistry. Cuddy's study suggested that those who adopted high power poses demonstrated an increase in testosterone and a decrease in cortisol. Cuddy interpreted these hormonal effects as further evidence of increases in feelings of power. End quote. Now, if you've really been in these self-development circles for a minute, you probably know that there was, in the aftermath of that talk back in 2012, there was some pushback where one study was done and had a hard time replicating the findings of her study. And that created some doubt as to the efficacy of this strategy. Amy Cuddy Subsequently went back, did a meta-analysis with 55 studies, and countered with, actually, here's all the evidence in support of what I say and what I suggest. Now, taking this out of the world of interviewing for a job, take it out of the world of trying to do your best in a baseball game, in the gym, you're doing strength work today. What does this look like to take this concept and implement it where you can actually be stronger in the gym in 2 minutes time for real? Because if you actually do this and it actually does affect a change in your psychology as well as your biochemistry, your testosterone levels actually increase, your cortisol levels actually decrease, there's good reason to believe you would see this actually translate into better strength performance in the gym. So let's talk about what this looks like. For 2 minutes, you stand or sit tall, proud, powerful, your chest out, your shoulders back, sitting proud and tall, expansive posture, your hands, your feet out to the side. Again, standing or sitting, 2 minutes. The way I've done this in the gym is I'll actually stand and I'll walk as tall as I can, as proudly as I can, carry myself like I am full of energy, full of confidence for 2 minutes during the downtime in between my lifts at the gym, when I'm squatting, when I'm pressing, whatever. And the idea, based on her research and on my anecdotal evidence, is that you'll actually see improved performance, measurable, quantifiable improvements in how you lift, the amount you lift, how well your set goes. Not just that, but also in like the experience you have with your lift. Your mindset will be better going into the lift versus sitting down, slouching forward, adopting a lazier, more casual, more relaxed posture in between sets, which presumably may have the opposite effect of lowering your testosterone, lowering your levels of alertness, lowering your levels of readiness for that next set. So actually try this out in the gym. Taking 2 to 5 minutes of downtime in between heavy lifts is a very common protocol when you're lifting weights. Try taking that downtime and productively applying it, actually trying these power poses, standing with expansive posture, or even sitting with expansive posture, chest up, shoulders back, showing a level of confidence, and see if that doesn't actually translate into a better lifting experience and better lifting performance in the gym. And I'd love to hear from you guys with how it goes. It's Coach G here signing off. Thanks for your time and your attention, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Thanks for listening to my dad's podcast. For more useful tools and guidance, go to CrossFitEdwardsville.com and feel free to like, share, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comment sections down below. See you in the next episode.